In today's cinema, crafting a genuinely compelling spy thriller is a remarkably challenging task. Even a brilliantly convoluted film like Tenet or the spectacular finale of the Mission Impossible series can become global conversation starters, and as an audience, we can honestly say that we have seen it all. However, when it comes to Indian cinema, I still feel we haven't really nailed the spy thriller genre, largely because of how it has been presented on screen. Take the YRF Spy Universe for example, which was announced as a result of the overwhelming success of War, a movie that shattered box office records and brought light to a largely untapped genre, at least from a spectacle perspective.
You're goddamn right.
In my earlier video, I discussed what the YRF Spy Universe could learn from the Mission Impossible series, which though debatable was an important question to ask. Because after the underwhelming response to the War 2 teaser, one was hoping that many of the glaring glitches would be ironed out in the final cut. However, after watching the recently released War 2 trailer, I'm not sure if I'm excited or deeply scared. Because let's face it, War 2 is an extremely important film for the YRF Spy Universe. Just like how the 2019 film War gave birth to the Spy Universe, Part 2 stands at the cusp of defining the future of this Spy Universe. And in this video, we'll explore the factors that make War 2 a make or break film for the YRF Spy Universe, as well as one significant problem this movie will face. Let's get started with the first one and probably the most critical challenge for War 2. Promotions. War 2 is slated for an August 14 release, clashing directly with Lokesh Kanagaraj's much anticipated superstar Rajinikanth starrer Coolie.
मजा आ गया.
In the cutthroat world of Indian cinema, especially during a holiday weekend, promotional buzz is everything, and Coolie appears to be dominating that conversation right now. Lokesh has an incredibly strong and loyal following, thanks to his consistently gritty, mass-friendly and often interconnected films as part of the LCU. Superstar Rajinikanth is a phenomenon whose films are events. The mere mention of him teaming up with Lokesh creates a palpable frenzy. Coolie has strategically built buzz with exciting cast additions, including Nagarjuna, Upendra and Shobin Shahir, as well as the presence of Aamir Khan. Anirudh's music is a selling point in itself. The Monica song featuring Pooja Hegde is already a chart buster, garnering millions of views and dominating social media reels across multiple languages. Now, amidst all this, War 2 is heavily relying on the Hrithik Jr. NTR clashes as its primary selling point.
He is a soldier. You are a soldier. And this is war.
While this is massive, the current promotional strategy appears to be holding back a significant amount. Rumors have it that YRF is intentionally keeping Hrithik and Junior NTR apart in promotions to build anticipation for their on-screen rivalry. Note that YRF's promotional strategy of keeping Ahan and Aneet away from the promotions of Saiyaara worked in the movie's favor, as it built the curiosity leading up to the release, and the result is for everyone to see. Unlike Coolie, War 2 hasn't released any songs yet, but given that releasing content on birthdays has become a trend, we can expect the romantic track featuring Hrithik and Kiara to be released on the latter's birthday. Beyond just action, War 2 needs to clearly communicate its narrative stakes and the dynamic between Kabir and Junior NTR's character. The spy oath and the promise of deeper universe connections need to be highlighted in a way that generates genuine narrative curiosity. Because let's face it, the box office pie will be split, which is why strong promotions for War 2 are essential to maximize its share. This brings us to the next point of the principal cast and director. The casting of Hrithik Roshan, Junior NTR, Kiara Advani coupled with Ayan Mukerji's direction is both a tantalizing prospect and a significant gamble, particularly given their recent track records. Hrithik's last two outings, Vikram Vedha and Fighter, didn't quite hit the box office highs expected of him. So War 2 isn't just another spy film for the Greek god, it's a chance to remind audiences why he's considered one of the biggest stars in the country. Junior NTR's last major release, Devra Part 1, although it had a strong opening, received an underwhelming response regarding its content, resulting in a mixed box office verdict. Kiara Advani hasn't had a major undeniable box office hit in a while. This makes her role in War 2, speculated to be more action-oriented, offer a significant opportunity. Ayan Mukerji's last and only big-scale action film, Brahmastra Part 1, while lauded for its visual ambition, faced significant criticism for its screenplay, dialogues and overall content. This raises serious questions about his ability to handle a tight, logical and thrilling spy narrative. So the expectations are immense, but so are the risks. A hit in War 2 would be a powerful statement for everyone involved. Bringing us to the third point, the spy universe itself. The current YRF Spy Universe consists of Ek Tha Tiger, Tiger Zinda Hai, War, Pathaan and Tiger 3. While these movies are officially part of a shared world, one might ask, where is the universe? The first 3 films were originally conceived as standalone movies. YRF later retrofitted them into a shared universe, which can make it harder to weave truly deep, overarching plotlines. Unlike other successful cinematic universes that build towards a larger conflict or a common antagonist, the YRF Spy Universe has yet to introduce a major long-term threat that unites its agents. Each film has largely presented its villain with little direct carryover to the next. This approach means that while individual films might be box office successes, the sense of a larger evolving narrative, which is key to a compelling universe, is missing. This is where War 2 steps in, with its emphasis on a spy oath that all agents will take, suggesting a conscious effort to build a stronger thematic and narrative spine.
Death before dishonor. Service before self. India first. India first.
If this oath and its implications are woven deeply into the plot rather than just being a symbolic gesture, it could finally provide that missing link. Instead of just brief appearances, War 2 could explore how the events of previous films directly impact Kabir's choices and relationships, especially with the introduction of new characters. War 2 needs to do more than just tell its own story, which can set up the next chapter, Alpha, starring Alia Bhatt and Sharvari, by perhaps hinting at a grander conspiracy. Next, it's the production quality. In my earlier video on the YRF Spy Universe, I mentioned the importance of high-quality production design, especially when it comes to action sequences. And the immediate backlash over the VFX quality of the War 2 teaser was a clear red flag. But, the trailer shows signs of improvement. The action sequences look more polished, green screen spillovers have been addressed, and it appears that the production team has taken the feedback from the teaser constructively. Just in the trailer itself, there are at least 6 to 7 action sequences which add to the overwhelming expectations. But there is still the problem of tone and visual design, because frankly, from a color perspective, War and War 2 look the same, even though different directors were directing both movies. Even if you look at the trailers for War and War 2, you can see those differences and similarities, which make me wonder why YRF hasn't progressed in the high-fidelity production design aspect. For the YRF Spy Universe to thrive, each installment needs to deliver high production values consistently. And finally, we arrive at the crucial intersection of audience expectations versus critical reception. In today's dynamic cinematic landscape, a strong opening weekend fueled by hype is no longer enough. Sustained success depends on what people are saying after they have seen the film. However, recent trends indicate that audiences are increasingly discerning, and negative or even mediocre word of mouth can quickly undermine a film's success, regardless of its initial buzz. Conversely, films with little pre-release hype can explode at the box office if the audience truly connects with the content and spreads the word. Take Thudarum for instance. This Mohanlal starrer was a relatively silent release, yet it slowly but steadily garnered extraordinary word of mouth. People connected deeply with its emotional family drama, praising Mohanlal's nuanced performance and the heartfelt storytelling. Then there's Saiyaara, which just peaked over its release weekend and has created an unparalleled craze. This romantic drama opened to a strong but not earth-shattering initial collection. However, propelled by a positive word of mouth, especially for its soulful music, compelling chemistry, and emotional depth, it defied all expectations. For War 2, this lesson is paramount. Given its direct clash with Coolie and the individual pressures on its cast and director, the film cannot afford to rely solely on its grand scale and star power. It needs to deliver a genuinely engaging, well-executed spy thriller that resonates with audiences on a deeper level. If War 2 manages to elicit strong positive word of mouth, if viewers walk out of theaters generally impressed and eager to recommend it, it will not only secure its success but also validate the entire YRF Spy universe. Like always, the audience, now more than ever, is the ultimate king. What do you think? Will War 2 deliver the substance to match its spectacle, or will it succumb to the immense pressure? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video insightful and are curious about why Saiyaara made people crazy, check out our video right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.